Hi! Welcome to our better YouTube channel. Tea's ready. Did I already say welcome to our better YouTube channel? Some of you may be wondering where I've gone on the internet. You know, I haven't posted in a minute. I've been on a vacation from myself. Nah, actually, this is the van. Check it out! I finished the freaking van. I really didn't post anything in between getting it and now of it. So if you want to see that process, drop a comment, let me know. Wanted to give y'all an update. Big plans coming in the pipeline here. Welcome to the speculation zone. So the rabbit. Oh, the rabbit. Directly after my last video, so if you recall, I was installing propane injection on the rabbit. And so I was having overheating problems after putting propane on it. Big shocker, right? We're burning more fuel, more completely, which means there's more heat, yada yada. So I overheated the car several times. Coolant system just wasn't working, like the reservoir was constantly leaking. All the above. So I said, F it. And I rebuilt most of the cooling system. Took it all apart, custom reservoir, I moved which side it's on. I made it so the fans actually have a shroud. I deleted the thermostat so it was just flowing. And after that, it worked great. It didn't overheat at all. In fact, it kind of underheated. So now I need to get another thermostat and I think just drill a few holes in it, but leave the plate in there. So then it was working great and I was like, oh awesome, I can go take this thing out. I'm gonna womp on it right now because I know it's not gonna overheat. That's awesome. Well, wouldn't you know it, I was going up a hill, as I sometimes do. And of course, hills are the best place to make shitloads of power and boost because, you know, you're not gonna hit Mach 9 immediately. And so I was making like 30 plus PSI going up this hill and I just whipped past this pickup truck. It was having a grand old time and big cloud of smoke, freaking oil everywhere. The car basically shut off, and so there I am. I just passed this guy, and my car blows up going up this hill. And so I pull over, I got out, and blew the shit out of that turbo. The shaft of the turbo was literally snapped in half. I could pull one side out and hold it. When that broke, all the oil pressure going into the journal bearing went into the exhaust manifold. And there was just smoke and the whole car was oily. Oh, it was a mess. I had to get it towed home, you know, took it apart, looked at it. What I found was the impeller, which intake side of the turbo, right? Because that shaft broke, it then hit the sides of the turbo housing, breaking off all those little aluminum impeller blades, which then got shot into the motor. Yeah, so I had to take everything apart. I sent the head out to get cleaned and inspected and check for bent valves, and then I took the bottom of the engine all apart myself, cleaned everything, put it all back together. Oh, it was a drag. I have video of it somewhere, just not here. Long story short though, it is now back together. I actually got it together and it ran on the first try. I know. And so it's running. What I'd like to do with it now is, because I just put it back together, and when I put it back together I had to use the slightly bigger turbo now because the other one's broken irreparably. And while it was apart, I also fixed the manifold. As some of you might recall, I thought it might be leaking. Turns out that was a major factor in the bigger turbo not spooling. It's back in New Hampshire waiting for me to do something with it. And so here is what I want to do. Alright, so it is ready to be torn down, really. You know, we're going into winter time, you can't drive it anyways, so I'm really primed to kind of tear it apart. But before I do that, I think it's very important that I document where it's at. So I want to get it on the dyno. I know I've been saying this for a long time, but the damn thing keeps breaking. Anyways, not broken right now, so what I need to do is, because I just put it back together, different turbo, maybe the timing's a bit off, yada yada, what I need to do is check the pump timing, check the engine timing, you know, retune the pump, and then take and continue tuning the propane because I never finished because it blew up. Do those things and then put it on the dyno and see where it's at. You know, I want to see what power numbers are making, etc. Then, because the motor is kind of foobar after having all that metal shot through it, I need to tear the whole thing down, I need to send it out, which is a great opportunity to do like a 3.0 engine build. Holy shit, that's tea. I got too excited. But I want to port the head, I want to get the block, you know, re-honed and everything because it needs it anyways. And then the fascinating thing I noticed when I took the motor apart this last time, because I had to, was that the cylinders are wearing unevenly. And it's super interesting because it all relates back to having the kind of OEM intake manifold. So the way the manifold is designed, it takes in air and it should distribute it to the 4 cylinders. But the problem is the intake is right above cylinder number 2. So what happens is really most of the flow goes into cylinder number 2 because the way they design the manifold, it doesn't distribute the air evenly. So what you're getting is one cylinder is working really hard, and so what I need to do is make a new manifold that distributes the air much better, because we're also missing out on horsepower potential across the other cylinders, right? You're talking 3 cylinders are getting a subpar amount of air to them. So I want to make a custom manifold and probably a custom exhaust manifold too while we're at it. So new manifolds. And then that's going to go so nicely with that ported head. The whole thing is going to flow better. Then we'll see, but I would love to also, while doing all that, actually build a better compound setup. I have done it previously, but I used turbos that were kind of too small. So now, bigger turbos, compounds, better flowing head, better flowing manifolds, even distribution. Woo! It's going to be so good. And I'm going to record it all so y'all can see what's going on. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be a beast. And we'll see while it's all apart. Hopefully I can clean up the body a bit too, do some of that. It is like a little rusty underneath, that kind of crap, and I should probably give it some loving. So that's the speculation. You know, has it happened yet? Absolutely not. Do I have the funds to do it? Maybe not. But I would love to do it. So stay tuned. I will continue updating, giving things like that, and we'll see where this car goes.